are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by.
Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. My name is Sydney, and thank you so much for joining me on my path to illuminate people's paths. And I hope you're finding independently more ways to illuminate your path too. Today I wanted to talk more about the law of attraction. Now, I know a lot of us have heard of the law of attraction, and by extension a lot of us probably don't understand or get the concept of it. Personally speaking, I didn't really know much about the law of attraction until last August, I'll be honest with you. That's when I started reading more and just realizing that this was a thing, and finding new ways to manifest my destiny and things that I wanted in my life. It sounded really appealing to me at first, but I guess from my point of view, I didn't know, the whole thing about manifestation. I didn't think it would just be, writing papers down and just expecting everything to come the next morning. I realized that I need to do a lot more inner work. And when I started reading more and more and doing some more research and listening to more audiobooks, I realized that I can't really manifest the things that I want because I haven't really honed in on what I truly, want in this world. And I could say to myself, I want to be happier, but if I am not applying that previously, and I'm not understanding what my idea of happiness is, can I truly ever be happy? What I've learned, therefore, from the law of attraction is a few things that I'm going to share with you. Now, I'm going to be doing several episodes in the future about law of attraction, just different things, because I feel like it's important. And to me, it's not even about the manifestation when it comes to law of attraction. It's a fact of the matter that, to me, the law of attraction enables me to find a better version of myself, to keep on helping people, to make sure that everybody is doing well apart from me. Because although I can do well, that's amazing, but there's no point in me doing well when my circle is not doing well. It's not really good if I'm doing amazingly and my community is still just understanding nothing and just trying to survive on a basic level. I need to get my education and share it amongst the world, and that's the purpose for a lot of us, myself included, is just to get this information, put it in our own words, and just share it with the masses. So here are some takeaways that I got from reading about the law of attraction. The first thing I understood was that you attract what you are. Now, remember in the past, I wanted to be happy, but I couldn't. I just had so much anger within. But what I started realizing now with a lot of introspection, which I'll be talking about later, is the fact that I used to just be in situations where I was always angry. I used to be even more angry, even though I didn't want to be that kind of person. But I realized that I was doing specific things with my subconscious that wasn't just aligning with my conscious self. I could be saying to myself, I want to have a good day, I want to make sure that I'm happy and positive and saying the right things to people. But subconsciously, I just had a lot of unresolved issues, and usually before I go to bed, I'll be thinking mainly about these issues. And I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like, ugh, very, very easily. I'll get into a bus and the bus is packed, I'm annoyed. I go into work and someone sent me an email, I get annoyed. And I just thought to myself, I want to be happy, but I can't be happy because there's nothing to be happy about. And that's when I realized it was wrong. I didn't see the happiness in my life, so my life wasn't happy. And one of my gifts I want to say for all of you today, whilst I carry on, is actually interpret what you really want from life. If you want to be happy, are you living your life in a fulfilled and balanced way? How do you approach people? What do you think about when you wake up? What do you think about before you go to bed? And if you do think about these things, do you have the power to change them? If not, then there's not much you can do. But if you can change them, just find ways that you can change it in a way which doesn't involve blaming, anger, stress, and things on that vibration. And that, in my personal opinion, because I've been there, it took a lot of acceptance. And I stopped after a while, just stopped pointing fingers and blaming other people, and just take responsibility for the things I've done, even though I didn't do all the damage in certain situations. I accept my part, but with acceptance makes the path of healing easier. And that's why I'm happy with the law of attraction. It taught me that I was holding a lot of resentment, and that was the basis of my anger. And why was I holding these resentments? For really petty stuff. And I was losing sleep and black hairs as a result. I also learned that journaling and manifesting what I want was just more than just hoping that I was going to get things in abundance. It was more about me actually changing my perspective on life and changing my mood incrementally to make sure that I see the beautifulness and the abundance of life in part, instead of dwelling on the negative things. If I say to myself, I want an £8,000 business, for example, it will be easy to get an £8,000 business if you have the right mindset and you're happy and engaged. I don't know when it will happen. This could happen in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But the more positive your mindset, the more appreciative you are of the current situation you're in. I speak to a lot of people and they're like, I don't want this job, I can't hack this job, there's no job out there for me. But then I speak to people who are more positive and they say, I haven't got the right job yet. I need to get more qualifications in order for me to get the right jobs. And I realized that writing these things down and actually having the feeling of it, it really helped me put things into perspective. And now I see myself, if I say to myself, I want to get a couple of grand in a couple of months, for example, I start to think, how can I actually get those? Instead of just relying on other situations or people, I actually become much more proactive, much more productive. And I realized that I want to be this person who's largely successful and crazy ambitious. And then after reading what I wrote for manifestation and actually looking within, I realized that I am that person, I will be that person, I am currently that person right now. So let me see what I can do to make sure that I earn 7 sources of income, for example, that I can make X amount a month, X amount a year. This is my time now to actually see what I'm destined to be. And I really appreciate manifestation for teaching me that. And another thing I want to talk about was introspection, as I mentioned earlier. Manifestation made me realize that I want to be more of a positive person. I want to help people, but sometimes I have conversations with people who tell me things subconsciously, subliminally, and I'm sure they don't know, but everyone is a teacher, and I learned this from manifestation too. And because everyone is a teacher and everyone's teaching me stuff, I spend a lot of time going for walks and just being in a state of introspection, because I'm starting to realize now that sometimes I might speak to people and I might be biased against them, or I might be judgmental. And if I want to be someone who's there for everybody and non-partial and just trying to help not be a biased or have my opinion, if that makes sense, I need to stop being judgmental around specific people. I think these things, and sometimes that kind of messes with the manifestation. That was just a few things when it came to the law of attraction that I've learned. I've got so many more videos about this that I will be sharing in the next few weeks. And I'm going to be talking more in depth about everything that comes with the law of attraction, what you can learn, what you shouldn't learn, what you should learn to release what doesn't serve you, etc., etc. I have to cut this episode shorter than usual, but as always, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and share to other people as well. And please talk in the comment section. I will get back to all of you. Thank you so much. Take care, and please keep on finding bright new ways to illuminate your own path. Take care.